Come on down to child's pose. Reach your arms out in front. Let your forehead fall to the floor. Take a long, long, deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Settle into child's pose with your knees even wider, your belly falling between your thighs, arms outstretched. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. And just sit here in stillness for 5 more breaths, letting your body come into the practice. Set your intention while you're here. Take 1 more breath in and exhale. Walk your hands back towards your body. Take your right arm, reach your right arm up, and scoop your right arm under your left arm. Twisted child's pose. Your right ear comes to the floor, maybe to a block. Stretch your left arm forward. 3 breaths here. Good. Push down through your left hand. Take your right arm out. Scoop it all the way up. Circle that right arm down beside your left hand. Reach your left arm up and stretch your left arm under your right arm. You're twisting into the other side. Left ear comes to the floor. 3 breaths. Anchor through your right hand, unwrap your left arm, stretch it high, and then scoop it forward and down. Slither your body forward onto all 4s. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your bum, lift your heart, your chest, and your gaze. Exhale, take a deep spinal flexion. Cat-cow, 3 more rounds. Inhaling to open across your collarbones. Exhaling, close your heart. Reach the ceiling with your spine. Last time, inhale, slip your shoulder blades back. Exhale, unravel, rounding your back body. Good. Inhale, back into center. Push between your shoulder blades, your heart and chest are lifted. Take your left leg, stretch your left leg back, reach your right arm forward. Hug your knee into your elbow. Just 3 pulsations here, focusing more on stability and balance than anything else. After the 3rd pulsation, keep your arm and leg extended. Stretch your right arm back, bend into your left leg, catch the foot. Kick your foot away, lift your heart and chest, push down through your left hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Release it back down, cat-cow. Dump your belly, loop your shoulders back, look up, and round. Other side, stretch your left arm forward, reach your right leg back. Elongate and then curl in, push it out, and pull it back in. 1 more time, just 1 more time like that, opening and closing. Finally, open wide, bend your back knee, reach your left arm back, catch the foot if you can, kick your foot away, push through your right hand, breathe in, and breathe out. Release your hands, release your knees. Flex your feet and come to sit back on your heels. Take your hands together, interlace your hands, push your palms down, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, round into your upper back, push your fingers forward. And then keep breathing in, reach your arms up, try to stretch your fingers away. Stay here as you exhale. Feel the work in your feet. Inhale, reach over to the right. So you're shearing that left side of your body. Come through center. And reach over to the left. Perfect. Pull it all back through neutral. Bring your hands down to the mat. Flex your feet, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Separate your feet a little wider than usual. Bend deep into your right knee. Let your head hang heavy, dangling and dumping out any distractions, any thoughts. Bend into your left knee, pierce down through the ball and the heel of your right foot. That's it. Bend into both knees until they're hovering just above the mat. Look forward and tiptoe your body, your feet all the way to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale into a deep forward fold. Bend into your knees. Maybe they won't crack as much as mine just did. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And take your arms alongside your body. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold down to your mat. Inhale, lift your heart up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank pose. Back into plank pose, and then lower down onto all fours, Good. Kick your right heel towards your right bum cheek. Take your right knee and make circles, 3 circles in each direction with your right knee. Like you're coloring a great big moon. 3 times in each direction, starting to wake up and lubricate your hip joint. Good. After you've done that on the right side, you'll plug the right knee down, hug your left heel in towards your buttocks. 3 big hip circles on the left side. Take it nice and slow. Go big, go small. Really feel this one in your body. Awesome. Both knees are down on the floor. Go ahead, drop your belly, loop your shoulders back, lift your heart and chest up. Round into that Halloween cat shape with your spine. Flex your feet, push up and back, downward facing dog. Bend deep into your right knee, pierce down through your left heel. Other side, bend into your right heel, bend into your left knee and pierce down through your right heel. Now bend into both knees, look forward, hop or step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Bend into both knees. Inhale, reach everything up. And exhale, tuck your hands back at heart center. You're in mountain pose here. Stay in mountain pose. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and take 3 big circles. 3 big circles in one direction. 3 big circles in the other direction. Gently massaging your shoulders. Take your hands onto your shoulders and start to move your elbows 3 times. Magic number 3 today. 3 times in the other direction too. Maybe make these circles a little bigger. Finally, interlace your hands behind your back, plug your shoulder blades together, and try to pull your hands down. Lift your heart and chest up. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward and lean. Maybe your hands glue to your back. They might float up overhead. Take a breath there. Exhale, lower your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank pose, but this time lower all the way down onto your tummy. Take your fingers off your yoga mat, perch your elbows up, press down through all 10 toes. Push down through your pubic bone, inhale, lift your heart and chest up. Baby cobra variation, exhale, lower back down. 2 more like that, breathe in and lift up. Breathe out to lower. Last time, breathe in to lift up. And breathe out to lower. Lower all the way down. Open your arms wide on the floor. Particularly stretch your right arm out to the side. Reach your right arm all the way out to the side. And then begin to roll over onto your right cheek, onto the right side of your body. You can bend your knees. Maybe set your left foot behind you. Your left hand can stay on the floor in front of you, but it could also lift up and over reaching towards your right fingers. Now you're finding a big opening through the front of your shoulder and your chest. Breathe here. Dial it all back. Return back through center and try that same exploration on the other side. The left arm reaches out back behind you. Your right fingers can stay on the floor. Maybe you reach your right arm all the way back behind you. You choose. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Take it right back down onto your belly. Pause there. Push into your hands, lift up through a big back bend. So upward facing dog. Let's lift the knees, the thighs, and the shins off the floor. Engage your glutes. Then drop your knees, flex your feet, push up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, open your mouth wide and breathe out. Zip your legs up so your big toes are touching now. Big toes are touching, sink your heels down to the floor, push the floor away really actively with your hands. Take a breath in, and as you bend your knees, look forward, step all the way to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, push into your feet. Inhale, lift up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Keep your hands or your feet steady at the top of your mat. Take your left hand and place your left hand onto your right ear. The opposite hand slides down the side of your leg as you start to tug your right ear towards your shoulder. Let your left arm and shoulder fall. Maybe cup the back of your skull and start to draw your chin in a little closer to your chest. And this work needs long, slow breaths. Let's take 3. And gently release, pause in neutral, breathe in. Breathe out. It's the opposite hand this time that reaches up overhead and catches the opposite ear. To start, you're just tugging the ear towards the shoulder. Either stay here or walk your fingers to the back of your skull and just start to pull down a little bit, not too much pressure. So you feel that work all along the back of your neck into your traps. And gently release that out. Come through center, tuck your chin into your chest, take a big breath in. And exhale, roll your head all the way around in a circle. You can lift your head, neck, and shoulders as you do this. And let's try that twice in each direction. This is yoga for when you can't make it to a massage therapist. Oh, feels so good. There you go. Come back to the top of your yoga mat. Separate your feet hip distance and sink down into a chair pose. Push your palms together. Breathe in. Stay here on the exhale. Reach your arms forward. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. And depending on your shoulder mobility, maybe reach your arms up alongside your ears. Breathe in. Let the exhale straighten your legs and take your hands and head to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step into a plank pose. Drop your knees down to the floor and turn onto the tops of your feet. Bend at your elbows, drop your chest and your chin. Your bum is still lifted like you have a little wagging tail. Then collapse everything, roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart and chest, glutes squeeze together. Release it back down, flex your feet, push up and back, downward facing dog. From here, lift your right leg to the sky, bring your right heel to your right bum cheek, and take just 2 circles in each direction like you did from all fours. It's a little more wiggly and wobbly here, but you can do it. Good. And after those 2 circles in each direction, step your right foot between your hands, but lower your back knee. Lower your left knee to the floor. You can add a blanket if you need to. Stay on the tips of your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart and chest up, look up. Stay here as you exhale. Anchor or ground through your left hand. And then start to inhale, reach your right arm up. Good. Push through the palm of your right hand. Start to squeeze your left glute so it's strong. Drag your body forward so you're on the top of that left kneecap. Reach back with your right hand. Maybe you catch the foot like you did from all fours. Roll your right shoulder back, lift your gaze up and breathe for 3 and 2. 1. Take your right hand back down to the floor, to the inside of that right foot. Walk your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Roll open onto the outside edge of your right foot. So that right knee, thigh, shin is all winging open. Either stay here, option 1. Reach your hands forward, get really active with downward dog arms, or come down onto your elbows. We're breathing here for 5, 4, 3. Lengthen out through your spine. 2. And 1. Nice. Walk your hands back. Plant that right foot down. Lean your left hip back. Take your right hand to the outside of the right leg. And start to pick up your right toes. Bring your right toes to your face. Push your heel away. Oof. Then fold over that right leg right into your hamstrings. You can realign your hips and see where you get the best sensation. Simmer here. Brilliant. Pull your right leg back. Take your palms forward. Find downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale. Either stay in downward dog or inhale, cycle forward to a high plank. Exhale, you can drop your knees, drop your belly, loop your shoulders back, and do a cat-cow instead of chaturanga. Cat-cow instead of chaturanga is a really nice modification for our lethargic days, for our slower practice. Downward facing dog from here. Stabilize with the right foot in downward dog, and then take your left leg high, bend your knee, and here's 2 big circles with your left knee in each direction. From there, gracefully, quietly bring your left foot forward, drop your right knee down. Lift your heart and chest up away from the floor. Feel that work in the front of the right quad. What a big, big, beautiful hip opener. Stay as you exhale. Think about gluing your right hand and left foot down. And once you can do that, take your left arm up. Stretch the left arm up. Look right up towards your left fingers. Left thumb is above your nose. Either stay here or bend your back knee. Could you reach back with your left hand and maybe catch the foot? Your quad will tell you whether or not you can do this. You're breathing. Unravel everything. Take your left hand to the inside of that left foot. Heel toe the left foot out to the side and then swing or wing your left knee, shin, and thigh open. You can stay on your hands. You can come down to your elbows, or you could take downward dog arms. A few breaths here. Climb back out, plant that left foot down, and then lean your hips back to your heels. Pick up your left toes. And find a hamstring stretch folding over your left leg. Play with the placement of your hips. Find a sweet spot, breathe here. Delicious. Pull your left foot back, plant your palms, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your peace and love fingers, grab onto your big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your elbows out to the side and let your head hang heavy. And in this fold, can you pull your knees up? Feel the work on the back line of your legs. Drop your head heavier. Bend your elbows more. That's it. Gently release your hands. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inch by inch, pull your body all the way up. Take 3 big shoulder rolls here. And step just towards the center of your yoga mat. To the center of your yoga mat. Take your right leg and step your right leg back. Open your legs so they're just about hip distance apart and turn your pelvis forward. Good. Lots of openings through your shoulders. Make things like a revolved triangle a little bit easier. Take your right arm forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Plug that left hip back. Reach forward on an inhale, and then as you exhale, if you have to bend the left knee, that's okay. Take your right hand down to the floor in front of your left foot. Tap your left hand onto your sacrum. You only have one. And then walk your right hand a little closer to the left edge of your yoga mat, maybe all the way beside your foot or onto a block. Pull your left hip back as you draw your left ribs up, perhaps even taking your left hand to the sky. Good. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull your inner thighs up and back. And then rotate a little more from your upper back. Gently release your left hand down beside your right hand. Walk your right hand forward, walk your left hand forward, and place your left hand to the upper left corner of your yoga mat. Pick up your right leg, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon with a bind. Reach your right arm up. Start here. Turn your whole pelvis to the right. Good. And then maybe bend into your back knee. Catch your foot. Kick the foot away. Lift your heart and chest up. Breathe. 4, 5. 4. You're playing. If you fall back out, come back in. 2. On 1, gradually release the right hand down and step to the top of your yoga mat. So your right foot's just beside your left foot. Dangle forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Tuck your chin into your chest. Crawl your body all the way up. 3 shoulder circles from the back and forward. Opposite direction as before. Regain your balance. Settle your blood pressure. Mountain pose. 3 breaths. Step your left foot back. Just a few feet. Your right and left leg are beyond hip distance apart. There's a good distance between them, and it will change. And then tack your hips forward. Your left hand drives forward, like you're shaking someone's hand, before you lean your weight forward. And now take your right hand to your sacrum, left hand to the outside of that right foot. Maybe it's out in front, that's okay. Maybe on a block. Zip your back leg up. Pull your right kneecap up. Then rotate towards the right. Maybe track your right arm up to the ceiling. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together and engaging both glutes so your bum cheeks are strong. And that will create stability through the pelvis. 1 more breath here. Release your right hand down to where your left hand was. Lean your weight forward. Open your pelvis towards the left now. and reach your left arm up. Phase one of Ardha Chandrasana is to stay here. This is so much wonderful work. But to target the hips and the shoulders, you might bend into your left knee and reach the left arm back for the bind that you did already from all fours, from your dragon lunge. Kick the foot away once you've caught it and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Takes you all the way down to the front of your mat or left foot beside your right foot. Fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, but the exhale is different. Take your feet mat distance apart, toes point out in opposite direction, and sink down into Malasana, squat pose. Nice deep squat. In your squat, stretch your left arm out to the side. Lift your right arm up. Turn your right palm to face behind you. Bend at your elbow. Turn your left palm to face behind you. Bend at your elbow. Can you bind behind your front leg? And then turn your gaze to look up over that right shoulder. Push through your feet. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release and take your body into that on the other side. Right arm reaches in front of your leg. Left arm stretches to the sky. Turn both palms to face behind you. Bend at the elbows. Curl them in towards one another. And if you bind, pull your hands apart. Pull your shoulders back and look up. Breathing here. Let it go. Good. Sit your bum down onto the floor and just take the soles of your feet together. Soles of your feet together. Catch your ankles. Bring them in. Lift your heart and chest up. Fold, fold, fold. Let's walk our hands forward. Push the soles of the feet in even more and lengthen the spine. Fold again. 5 breaths here. Peel your body back up. Lean over to your left so that you can take your right leg back behind you for deer or sleeping swan, pigeon pose, rather. Lift your heart and chest in your pigeon pose. Everything's nice and steady. Maybe you can bend your back knee. And if you bend your back knee, is there the possibility of reaching back with your right hand and catching the foot? If you catch the foot, could you turn your palm forward, elbow faces up, and start to drive the heel towards your bum? Using a hand on a block for your left hand can help here. We're really just opening the front of your right hip. Ease your body back out of the shoulder rotation, out of the hip opening, and then sink down so you can begin to target your outer left hip, your IT band, and your glutes. 5 breaths here. Push your hands into the floor. Lift yourself up. Lean over to your left and bring that right leg all the way around. Place the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Walk your left hand behind you. Walk your right hand behind you. Cross your left elbow across your right thigh. Big spinal seated twist. Breathe. fuller breaths than you've breathed all class here. Unravel, twist over to the other side. Good. Come back through neutral and lean into the right to take your left leg back. First for an upright pigeon. So start upright. Feel the work in the front of your left hip. Bend your left knee, reach your left hand back, and maybe you catch the foot. There's the possibility of turning the left hand to face your bum, elbow perches up, and beginning to drive the left heel towards your buttocks. Feel that in the front of your left quad, heart is lifted. One more breath comes in, and slowly return your left shoulder to where it started. Then release everything down, sleeping pigeon. Hang your weight towards the right, bring your left leg forward, and step it to the outside of your right thigh. Find that nice, sweet rotation to the left, anchoring your elbow against your thigh to help drive the twist. Full, big, big breaths here. Unravel, take a full counter twist to the other side. And now sink your body down onto your mat. Come to lie down on your back with your feet flat on the floor and your arms right alongside your body. Can you perch your hips up? Interlace your hands under your back, wrap your shoulder blades under and find bridge pose. With your glutes strong, you're breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Release it all back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Either take hold of the backs of your thighs or the outside edges of your feet for a static hold. 5 breaths in happy baby pose. Good. Lower your feet down. Place them flat on the floor. Shift your hips to the left. Drop your knees to the right. Open your arms wide. Peer over your left shoulder. Take 3 breaths. Bring it all back through center, other side. Into neutral again. Take any final movements before straightening your body flat. Maybe putting on your socks if you're chilly. Lower your palms alongside your body and close your eyes. Without moving or wiggling, Can you just let everything melt away? All of the stress, all of the things you need to do, the masks you need to wear. Allow them to fall right off your body and wash away onto your mat. And for 1 minute in silence, can you truly and completely let go? Without moving anything at all, can you set an intention for your body? Maybe an intention for your brain and an intention for your spirit. Take 3 more breaths here. Don't rush them. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your body long. Take a yawn before you bend into your knees and roll over to the right. Press down to lift all the way up into a nice, comfortable seat. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. A big final breath comes in and out. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.